வெடிகரையில் பந்தமாசங்களெனும் தாவரப் பின்னலிட்டு தாயென்று தேயென்று நீ என்று நான் என்று தமிழேனையும் வண்ணமா இடையென்று கடை நின்று கீழென்று கேளாதிருப்பதும் அழகாகுமோ இன்னனை தீர்க்கவே என் முகம் காட்டிவா இனியனே நித்யதேவா இன்னனை தீர்க்கவே என் முகம் காட்டிவா இனியனே நித்யதேவா இந்த உலகீரேழுமே அழித்தால் இனிமே நான் உன்னை விடுவதில்லை எப்பிறவி எடுத்தாலும் உன் பதம் தீர்க்குமே நித்யானந்த குருவே எப்பிறவி எடுத்தாலும் உன் பதம் தீர்க்குமே நித்யானந்த குருவே
ஆனந்தம் பரமசுகதம் கேவலம் ஞானமூர்த்திம் द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Let me give you a small introduction about this Upanishad. This Upanishad is called Kathopanishad. In one place Vivekananda says, if you want to know the gist of the whole Eastern philosophy, this one Upanishad is more than enough. The Upanishad is the whole gist of the Eastern philosophy. And in the ASP, the Ananda Spurana program, when I wanted to include something from Vedanta, I felt this is the only thing which is worthy of including. That is why in early times ASP, always I used to speak on Kathopanishad. Now I take the gist from the Kathopanishad and speak. The early times ASP used to be more longer. Now people are not able to sit. So I reduce it or I sizen it. Now let us enter into this Upanishad. And from my own experience, this is the Upanishad which directly useful to the modern day seekers. See, yesterday we studied that Kena Upanishad. It is not directly useful. The Upanishad is repeated, Upanishad is told in that time when the Vayu, Agni, Indra were worshipped as gods. So they are telling, no, they are not gods. Brahman is God. But now we are neither worshipping Vayu, Indra, Varuna, nor Brahman. So it is not directly related to us. Are any of us are worshipping Vayu, Indra, Agni? Tell me. No. The Upanishad which we studied earlier, it is not directly related to us. Because it is Upanishad we studied. But this Upanishad is directly related. In this Upanishad, there is no statement which is not useful for us in everyday practical life. According to Vivekananda and according to me, this is the gist of the whole Vedanta. That is the reason I felt I should not comment this Upanishad in the bus. If I comment in the bus, only one group will get, and the video recording for the future will not be there. That's the reason I decided, whatever it may be, we will comment only in the class. The Upanishad starts with a beautiful story. wonderful story which has got a wonderful metaphysical meaning. This is the Upanishad which has got a wonderful metaphysical meaning. Let me start reading the Upanishad story and give you the meaning. There is the Kena Upanishad. Let me give you the meaning of the Shanti mantra. Om, may Brahman protect us both, may he nourish us both, may we both achieve energy, may the study make us both illumined, may we never hate each other. Om, peace, peace, peace. The same mantra, but a small difference. In that Upanishad, there is a mantra of Vaishnavite Rishi. Here, it is a mantra repeated by the Advaitic Rishi himself. The same mantra, but it is repeated here by the Advaitic Rishi. This Upanishad is totally Advaita. This has no Dvaita. In last Upanishad, we saw a little bit of Dvaita. The Devi appearing and Dvaita means immediately problem. Dvaita means clash only. Anyhow, this is totally based on Advaita. Om. We enter this Upanishad with the remembrance of the divine, truth, consciousness and bliss. If I have to comment on this one line, it will take 2 days. We always start anything based on our ego, remembering our ego. How you start any work? Just visualize. You are lying down in your bed. You wanted to come to the class. First, what happens? The thought, I should go to the class, comes. The next thought, what will I get by going to the class? Or the third thought, no, if I don't go, Swami will shout. You see, the moment the thought starts, either greed or fear, then you start working. If you work based on greed or based on fear, you will never have the satisfaction once you finish the job. I tell you the deepest secret. When you start doing any work, what thought comes first? What type of thought you get first? What quality of thought you get first? In that same quality only your whole day, the whole work will be there. Understand? In the still cameras, the film roll is there. First scene which is exposed to that film roll will only be caught in that film. Am I right? First scene which is exposed only will be caught in that film. Same way, the first thought which you get before starting the work, based on that only the whole work will happen. The quality of your first thought and the quality of the whole work will be one and the same. That is why the horoscope plays such a major role in guessing the attitude of a person. The first thought means when you land on the planet Earth, what is the positions of the planet? The whole thing, your consciousness takes a picture. Your consciousness takes a picture of the whole setup. Based on that only your whole life is moved. The first thought plays a major role in the quality of your life. When you get up from the bed early morning, the first thought plays a major role of your whole day. When you start any job, any work, anything, the first thought plays a major role. If you understand this one, you will be able to understand. The moment you think that you should go to class, either you get the greed, oh, let us go and sit in the presence of Swami. If you have joy of sitting here, if you love to be around me, you get the greed. Or you get the fear, if I don't go, I will miss. Yesterday itself I missed a lot. Many people are telling I missed this, that. So let me not miss now. Or the fear. Either greed or the fear. This, any one only moves you. Then immediately you get up from the bed, go for taking bath or do something or don't do anything and come. Wash or don't wash. Anyhow, you rush to the class and you come and sit here. Yes.
The first thought when you are born is the first thought of the child, the infant. Whose first thought?
First thought of you, the child.
Yeah.
Child. Actually, child has no capacity to think.
Right.
It takes a photograph of the whole cosmos. The whole cosmos is photographed. The first scene plays a major role in the quality of the life of child.
Swami, we have some control over our thought. How can we control that?
No, your taking birth is controlled by you only. Your birth time is controlled by you only. You decide. The NSPA clearly explained how you take birth. It is your decision. But the problem is when you enter into coma, you don't want to come out. That is why you cry and make so much of fuss. And doctors have to take so much of hardship to bring you out. Anyhow, so the first moment, what's your thought? Only is going to play a major role on your whole life. So here Upanishad says, we enter this Upanishad with the remembrance of the divine, truth, consciousness and bliss, not with the greed or with the fear. So, let you all close your eyes and remember the divine. Whomsoever you think as God or Guru or Master, remember him and pray to him intensely. Let me enter into this Upanishad, remembering you, not remembering me, my fear and greed. Let me remember you and move into this Upanishad, not me, who is full of greed and fear. Close your eyes and intensely pray to your Master or your God. Pray to him, let me enter into this Upanishad remembering you, not remembering my ego, which is greed and fear. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Usanha vaivaja sravasaha sarva veda samtatau tasya nachiketa nama putra asaha tamha kumaram sandam dakshinasu niyamanasu Shraddha vivecha somanyata pitodaka jaktatruna duktadoha nirindriyaha ananta namate lokastan sagacchadita tadat sa hovasa pitaram tadakasmai mam tasya sidi vidiyam tritiyam tam hovacha mrityavetva tadamidhi baguname vipratamo baguname madhyamaha kim svit yamasya kartavyam yanmayatya karishyati.